Okay, just a quick recap on today's trades. The market, as a whole, has really been kind of pushing up, and kind of the last, I'd say the last week. I traded Shopify. I did not short Shopify. What I waited for is for it to get down to this pivot right here. This morning Shopify had a strong sell-off, lots of volume, and selling, pushing down. When it got into this price range of around $303, that was kind of when I started buying. I think I actually got into this a little bit too early. Yeah, so I started buying around 304. I think at one point I was maybe down like 100. And then it put in one last drop down to 303, and that's when I finished with my shares. And then it pulled down even a little bit more, and then it started to recover. So basically, Shopify, the key thing here is waited for the price to get down to this little pivot, this little price support down here at about 303, 304, and then just kind of kept an eye on the volume, tried to look for any kind of large sell-off candles. I saw this one big buying candle come in right here, so to me, I saw some commitment from the market coming in there. That volume candle was as large as these two sell-off candles. And then one more big sell-off candle, and then this was the last one right here. This was some commitment buying right here, and as you can see, Shopify really had a pretty nice day overall. Actually, after it reached that price point, pushed up about 2%. So that was the Shopify trade. Also traded Facebook. With Facebook, I took a buy position. I did not short Facebook today. So actually, I did short Facebook. I apologize. So on Facebook, what I waited for, as you can see, Facebook just had a really kind of killer day today. But I saw this kind of previous price resistance here around $201.75. That was the kind of the pre-market high, and that's what I traded, or that's what I went to short Facebook. So Facebook pushed up into that pre-market high from this morning. You can see this big green candle, and that's when I proceeded to short Facebook. So the RSI peaked out. It did it, kind of on some volume. Relative to the first 2 hours before, had some good volume push up into that resistance. That's when I shorted it, and I think I traded this pretty much as good as I possibly could have. I didn't get a lot of money out of it, but I didn't want to test Facebook too much. Just really not sure. The market's really high right now. There's no guarantee. Facebook put in a big red day yesterday. You can see here, Facebook put in a big red day yesterday, so today it kind of recovered. The other trade was on Boeing, so I took Boeing short today, and what I saw on Boeing was this right here. Basically what I saw here with Boeing is I had this kind of resistance line drawn here. I don't know why they're not showing up here anymore, but I had this resistance line. I put a resistance line right here at this peak at around $362 or so, and that is about the time when I started to short it. You'll see here my trades. Yeah, so basically the Boeing pushed up into this resistance area that I had drawn earlier. It had a big buying candle followed by a big red candle, so I kind of took that as a shorting opportunity. So I went in, and then I sold it as soon as it had its first big push down. So closed about $65 on that trade. Boeing just didn't get there today in terms of being a good short. I thought it would, but like I said, the market's been really kind of high today, so Boeing never really posed a good shorting opportunity. That's why we take our profits quickly. The other trade, I lost a few bucks on DWT. DWT just did not have the volume. It was really spotty. I got in at this big dip. I thought it was getting ready to turn around. I bought at this big dip down here, and it just would not budge. So I didn't feel like waiting forever on DWT with low volume, so I just cut the loss. Micron was by far my worst trade. This really ate me up in terms of my fees today. It's not a very pretty chart. I was shorting Micron, and my first short position was really pretty perfect. I shorted 3 times up here really high. I was shorting all these peaks, and Micron had a quick sell-off, and that's why I took about $120 profit. I thought it would keep going down, so as it started to push back up again, I started to get short again on Micron, and I continued this pattern throughout the day, and I ended up only closing $12 on Micron, so I gave back about $120 profit. I didn't go red on it. I was up here for sure, but I was actually able to close in the green somehow on Micron. The reason I shorted it is because Micron, if you look at it, this isn't something I really trade, as you can tell, but if you look at Micron, to me, it was coming up into this 180-day resistance around 44.50, 44.60 kind of area. So I had my resistance line drawn there. That's where I got that from, and that's where I wanted to short it. So I definitely plan on shorting this going into next week. It's big on my short list. Micron is, but yeah, just not a. I should have taken my profits here and been done for the day. Would have closed probably close to a $300 day, but with all the fees, I don't even know if I broke $100 today, just because of the fees. So, just kind of a reminder of once you get the trade you want, once you take the energy out of the stock that it has, then move on, go to the next trade. Don't try to hang around too long and predict the overall direction of where something's going to go. But yeah, those are my trades for the day. It's Friday, so good to end it on a green note. And yeah, we'll see what the market's looking like next week. I'm definitely expecting some kind of a sell-off on some of these tech stocks. What frustrated me most about Micron is that it is a tech stock, and if you look at all the other tech stocks, they posed a perfect shorting opportunity around the same time during the day. AMD, Apple, all of these stocks, for whatever reason, Micron was just not budging. Even Amazon came down. So Micron was just really strong, which to me means that its time's coming. So I'm watching Micron for a short next week. That's big on my list. So those are my trades for Friday. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. All right.